He was a heroic American Indian leader, fighting to keep his lands from being taken unfairly by an unjust law. A law the U.S. Supreme Court judged unconstitutional. As a war chief, he was never defeated in battle by U.S. troops. Indeed, his defiance of the Indian Removal Act of 1830 not only inspired his fellow Seminoles' resistance, but he gained the respect of Americans throughout the country. He was the courageous war chief Osceola. Osceola was born in 1804 in the village of Tallahassee, Alabama. He was a man with a foot in both white and Indian worlds. His mother, Polly Coppinger, was part Muskogee and part white. His father was a Creek Indian. In the 1820s, Osceola moved to South Florida, where over the next 10 years he earned a great reputation as a hunter and war leader among the Seminoles. When the U.S. government asked him and the Seminoles to leave Florida, Osceola was prepared to resist. In 1835, at a ceremony to sign the documents to leave for Indian Territory in present-day Oklahoma, the young war chief, brandishing a knife, let the assembly know his thoughts on immigration. "The only treaty I will ever execute will be this." With that, Osceola plunged his knife into the treaty on the negotiating table. "There remains nothing worth words. If the hail rattles, let the flowers be crushed. The stately oak of the forest will lift its head to the sky in the storm, towering and unscathed." Osceola at Fort King. His heroic act ignited the Second Seminole War, a 7-year game of cat and mouse against federal troops. Osceola used lightning-swift tactics to defeat U.S. Army troops. He might have continued indefinitely, but on October 21, 1837, U.S. General Thomas Sidney Jessup tricked Osceola at a peace conference. Instead of honoring a flag of truce, the general had Osceola arrested. Eventually, the young war chief was imprisoned at Fort Moultrie, South Carolina. 3 months later, this heroic war leader was dead from malaria at the age of 34. The Seminole, emboldened by Osceola's brave defiance, continued to carry on his fight to stay on their lands. Though hundreds were captured and sent to Indian Territory, others took refuge in Florida swamps and never surrendered. Finally, in 1842, after spending millions of dollars, the U.S. government gave up. A third Seminole War broke out in 1855. The war officially ended in 1858, when Seminole leaders agreed to move west to Indian Territory. But a few Seminoles, defiant like Osceola, retreated into the Florida Everglades, never surrendering. Here their descendants live to this day.